So I no longer casually sleep with people. And I want to discuss this here because every time I bring this topic up to my friends and discuss my opinions, everyone seems to have a variety of different opinions about it. And for me personally, I feel like hookup culture has become very toxic and can be pretty hurtful to a lot of people. And I guess I'm just going to kind of explain why I've made the decisions that I've made and why I feel the way that I do. If you're in my family, skip this video, please. Disclaimer, I am not telling anyone how you should live your life. I'm not telling anyone that the way that you do things is wrong. I'm not trying to like slut shame anyone. I'm not trying to anything like that. I'm just going to explain the decisions that I have made for myself. And it's really not that deep. Okay. So I used to participate in casual hookup culture, and I felt like it was detrimental to my mental and sometimes physical health. And I just decided that basically I'd had enough of that. And I decided that I was not going to like sleep with people anymore unless we were like pretty much dating. And by the way, this is my perspective from having heterosexual relationships. I personally feel as though men respect women differently once they have slept with them. And in my experience, I began to feel just disrespected by every single guy that I ever slept with. I always would feel like as soon as I gave it up to a guy, I would just be like trashed to the side. Like I was like disposable, and it was really affecting my mental health and like making my self-confidence a lot worse. And as I've gotten older, I began to value myself more than just being like a one-night stand or a casual hookup for a guy. I personally think that I am of higher value than that. And I just personally don't feel comfortable giving that part of myself to someone who has no intention of committing to me in any way. And I feel like being with men who don't recognize that value in me decreases my value. Like it shows that I'm willing to settle, and I'm not. Like you can't go to a luxury car dealership and test drive a car that you have no intention of buying and can't even afford. Does that make sense? I don't know. Tell me what you think.
I want to talk about the importance of a father figure. The first thing she mentioned is that when she brings up the subject of hookup culture to her friends, that her friends have differences of opinion. The reason why that is because you are not on the same page as your friends are. You used to be, and y'all got along better then. Now that you've withdrawn yourself from hookup culture, they think that you're above them, which you are. So you need to get non-promiscuous friends. The next thing that this woman said is that hookup culture has become very toxic. Ma'am, hookup culture has always been toxic. Believe it or not, back in the day, you used to get shamed for being promiscuous. You would get called labels like whore, slut, hoe. Married women would mock you. They would laugh at you for engaging in casual sex, but not getting a ring, not getting the commitment, giving up your goods for free. And that brings me to my next point. You said that after you engaged in hookup culture, that you felt like trash. You felt like the men were discarding you, putting you to the side. Man, you said it yourself. You were engaging. You partook in hookup culture. That's what it is. You meet, you smash, and you part ways. It's manipulation to think that you can get a relationship out of a guy that's just looking for a hookup, just like you were looking for a hookup. The sexual revolution and feminism changed everything. The invention of birth control, allowing women to engage in casual sex with having a very little chance of getting pregnant. But it's not just that. Casually hooking up as a woman affects your ability to pair bond. I'm not attacking this lady. I genuinely wish her well. But she mentioned that if her family sees this video just to keep scrolling. And the reality is, if she had a strong masculine father in her life, she wouldn't even be in this situation. This is the same woman.
If you ever take any advice from me, take this one. Please pay your credit card bills. I, for a long time, had the mindset that, like, having a credit card and spending money on a credit card just, like, wasn't even spending real money. And then I just, like, wouldn't pay them. Like, I just wouldn't pay the bill. And, like, I would see the bills coming in every month, and I just, like, would let them sit there. I wouldn't even open the envelopes. Like, and now I'm 25, and I need to buy a new car, and I literally can't get approved for a loan because my credit has been so ruined because I decided to get credit cards and max them out when I wasn't responsible enough to have one. And it is so hard to rebuild your credit in this country, guys. Like, if you live in America and you have...
So I'm going to quote the great Dave Ramsey, financial guru. Ignorance isn't an excuse to make poor financial decisions. Maxing out credit cards, acting like it wasn't real money is a terrible financial decision. Engaging in hookup culture, maxing out credit cards are two things that my daughter will learn extremely early on not to do. Men, be very mindful of the women that you get pregnant, okay? How did her mom not tell her these things? You have to make sure the woman that you are engaging in intercourse is going to be a fit mother. That's what you need to be looking at every single time you stick your ding-a-ling up in that. Absolutely unreal, man. Fathers, get in your daughters' lives. Wish this woman nothing but the best, but your decisions have consequences, good and bad. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the content, we'll see you on the next one. God bless.